Good morning, students. This is Murugesan, physics faculty. So this session we are going to discuss is the theory part of alternating current. In each topic as a small videos. Okay, now you please see that the first one what we are going to discuss is basics of the lesson alternating current. Basics terminal. What are the basic things we must know before going to enter the theory part of the or concept of the alternating current? The first one what we are going to discuss is the comparison between AC and DC. So in third chapter we discussed what is DC current. Yes, and here in sixth chapter we discussed what is AC current, alternating current, direct current. So the main thing how to differentiate this one is if the magnitude is changing with respect to time. So that is called what, children? Say for example, voltage V is equal to V naught sin omega t. As we discussed in the AC generator, there we said E is equal to E naught sin omega t, where E is called induced EMF. Similarly here also V is equal to V naught sin omega t and current I is equal to I naught sin omega t. So in this, the value of voltage and current will depends on the time. So that's why it is varying as a time with respect to time. So time varying current. Yes, that is the main thing in the case of alternating current. Alternating current, the direction will be changed with respect to time. But in the case of DC, yes, just see that this is the first point, and in case of DC, that I will be as constant. I is equal to, there we studied that I is equal to Q by T or dQ by dt, like that. Okay. So in this case, magnitude is constant, steady current, and as instantaneous current, or we can say that as I is equal to what, children? dQ by dt, like that. Okay. And the magnitude is constant here also, but the direction does not change, but here direction will be changed because the sine curve will be a direction change, because some value it may be +1, some value it may be -1. The value is lying between +1 and -1. The second point is the graphical representation of this voltage or current variation. So this is either voltage or current. The sine function curve, we know that it will be looks like this. So the sometime it is a positive region and sometimes that value is in the negative region. And you please moreover try to understand, children, and this is called one wave. This is called what, children? One wave. That means the time interval is, this is 0, time is equal to 0. Here this time is T by 4, and for that positive maximum, and from the positive maximum it is decreases to 0 again. This will be 2 times of T by 4, that is T by 2, and this will be 3T by 4. This corresponding time for the negative maximum. Corresponding time for the negative maximum, that is what, children? 3T by 4. And again it reaches to 0, the corresponding time is called as T. So that is called what, children? 4T by 4, that is T. This is one complete wave. So the voltage or current diagram is, it's represented like this. The magnitudes are constant, but the direction is keep on change. But in this case, is the current value, if it is positive value means it's still positive, whatever may be the time, or voltage, whatever may be that voltage or current. So such type of case, that is called a direct current. And next one is, whenever the direction is changed, this is called one cycle of variation. One cycle of variation. You know that what is a time period? Time taken to complete one cycle. What is frequency? Number of cycles per unit time. That is called what, children? Yes, a frequency. Therefore, yes, there is a concept of frequency, that is 1 by T will be there. But in the case of DC, there is no such type of a direction change. Therefore, frequency of the DC current will be 0, but frequency of the AC current will not be 0, that is equal to 1 by T. So this is the main difference between, conceptual difference between alternating current and what, children? Is direct current. And the second one what I am going to discuss is basic terminologies. Basic what, children? Is terminologies used here. Basic terminology used here. Generally you just see that, for example, the voltage equation V is equal to V naught sine omega t. Sometimes there may be a initial phase differences. You try to understand, children, as I am writing a general expression. You are aware of that this equation in oscillation topic in 11th standard. Now please see that this is called instantaneous voltage because it's vary with respect to time. And before the trigonometric function, what is there? That is called amplitude. That is called what, children? Amplitude. That is the maximum value of the S quantity. This is the S voltage maximum. That is maximum voltage or amplitude of the voltage. After the sine function, trigonometric function, what is there? That is called, this term is called phase factor. This is very important, children. So this is called what? Phase factor. So phase factor only will decide the sign variation or direction change, because this trigonometric function depends on the angle. So the whole things will decide the value of V. Okay. So phase factor. Yes. So here in this case, phase factor is what, children? This is denoted by as pi, and the phase factor pi is equal to what, children? Omega t plus or minus pi naught. So what is this pi naught? This is called initial phase. This is called what, children? Initial phase. When time equal to 0, what is the corresponding value? That is called what, children? Initial phase. Okay. But for here, for our simplicity, we can see that. So here, for our simplicity, we can see that V is equal to V naught sine omega t, or we can write cos omega t also, no problem. But here initial phase is considers to be 0. So therefore, similarly, current is equal to I naught what, children? Sine omega t or cos omega t, something like that. So again I am telling, this is called amplitude, this is called amplitude of the current, this is called amplitude of the voltage, and this is called a phase factor of the current. Say for example, this is pi I. Pi I means the phase factor corresponding to the current. I can say this has to be as a phase factor for voltage pi V. Okay. So this is the information about what is amplitude and what is a phase factor and what is initial phase. Then the another one what I am going to say is that is called phase difference. That is called what, children? Phase difference. So what is the delta pi? Phase difference means what? We are just comparing the two quantity. For example, here voltage and current. So for example, I want to find out what is the phase relation. Or phase relation means is nothing but when the voltage can reaches the maximum and when the current can reaches the maximum or minimum. Such information is obtained from the angle. That is called phase factor and phase differences. Okay. So for example, pi V minus pi I, that is the phase difference between voltage and the current. If I just take this equation, in this case the phase factor of voltage equation is omega t and phase factor of current equation also omega t. Therefore my answer will be what? Yes, 0. So my answer will be what, children? 0. When delta pi is 0, that means these two quantities, voltage and current, are in phase. Delta pi equal to 0 means what, children? Voltage or current is in phase. What is the meaning of the word in phase means? In phase means, we know that in phase means a phase difference is 0. But what is the conceptual meaning for that one is, when voltage is positive maximum, the current also positive maximum. When voltage is 0, the current also 0. When voltage is negative maximum, at the same time current also will be negative maximum. That means if the delta pi equal to 0, both the physical quantity can reach as their maxima and minima simultaneously. Such type of things is called what, children? In phase. Okay. And next is suppose delta pi, it may be either positive or negative also. So therefore, if suppose delta pi is equal to pi V minus pi I, that is equal to, for example, negative value. That answer, that may be 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, whatever may be that. Suppose in general we can say that the phase difference is negative. The negative sign represents that, you try to understand, children, what phase is taken? Voltage phase is taken first. From that you are subtracting the current phase. So for this condition, what I can write means, since voltage is taken first, so voltage, what sign I am getting? Negative sign. So because of that I can use the word lagging, lags, voltage lags. What is taken here? Current is taken. As voltage lags with the current, with the what children? With the current value. So this is the is a sentence explanation for that equation. Delta pi is equal to pi v minus pi I, that is voltage phase minus current phase, that is equal to negative means. So what quantity has taken first? You write that voltage. What sign you are getting? Negative sign means lagging. Positive sign means leading. Yes, ahead of that. So since here if you are getting negative sign, you can say that lags with the, what is the another quantity? Current. That means voltage lags with the current. That means when voltage is yes, a negative value, current is leading. The same sentence can be written like this also. Voltage lag or current leads. Voltage lag or what children? Is a current leads. Current what children? Leads. We can say like that also. Okay. Similarly, you just see that delta pi is equal to pi v minus pi I, that is equal to positive. As I said earlier, so this is the first quantity. So voltage is what sign I am getting? Positive sign I am getting, therefore leading. So voltage leads. What is the next quantity? That is current. So voltage leads the electric current. Voltage leads the what children? Electric current. Or I can say that, we can say that current lags. Voltage lead or current lags? Current lags with voltage. Current lags with what children? Voltage. So this is the explanation about what is phase differences. Okay. So the next is what children? Frequency means, as we said earlier, the number of cycles per unit time is called frequency. So time period means the time taken to complete one rotation or one cycle here. One positive cycle, one negative cycle. That is called one complete cycle. So therefore angular frequency, this omega is nothing but what children? Angular frequency. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t, that is 2 pi f. That is equal to what? Because 1 by t is equal to f. So that is the another one. And next one is the relation between. There is a relation between delta pi means what children? Phase difference. Delta pi means what children? Phase difference. And and time is a time difference. Delta is a time difference. So that time difference is a delta t. Time difference is what children? Delta t. As we said that the elemental ratio. Yes. So delta pi, or we can say d pi. That is our wish. Delta pi by delta t. This is for any time at any angle. That is equal to total angle for one complete rotation, corresponding total time for one complete rotation. That is 2 pi by t. For one complete cycle, that angle variation will be 2 pi. The corresponding time is a time period. So from this we can say that delta pi is equal to what children? You just cross multiply this 2 pi by t into what children? Delta t. So this is the relation between what children? As phase and time difference. Phase and what children? Time difference. As another one says, and here there one more thing I have to say. If the delta pi equal to 0 means they are in phase. That means voltage and current. That means voltage and currents reaches maxima and minima simultaneously. Suppose here the same case, if you just consider, if delta pi is equal to 180 degree, that is pi radian, that is equal to what children? Pi radian, then we can say that they are out of phase. The quantities are what children? Out of phase. What is the word out of phase means? If one quantity is maximum, the another quantity will be minimum. The one quantity, when the one quantity is maximum, the another quantity will be minimum. Like that will be there, means that is called out of phase. That word you please keep in mind that. Okay. So this is the basic terminologies used in the representation of the time varying current or voltage, that is alternating current or alternating voltages. What are the things we discussed? Amplitude, phase factor, initial phase, and what is called in phase difference, and in phase, out of phase, and what is the phase difference negative means what is the meaning, and phase difference positive means what is the meaning. And next is angular frequency, and the phase time difference relations are given. Okay, these are the basic terminologies what we use. The another one what we are going to discuss is the mathematical basics. What is that, children? The mathematical basics. Because here the functions are keep on varying with respect to time, either as a sine function or as cos function, it is keep on changing. Because of that, if you want to find the average value, generally for a discrete values, what is the average? Total value divided by number of readings, that is called average. But here our physical quantities like voltage and currents are keep on varying with respect to time, that is continuous variation. So whenever continuous variation is takes place, we know that in integration application of the S integral calculus, there we studied that for any S average of the function, average of the S continuously varying function, average of the what, children? Continuous function, average of the S continuous S function, average of the what, children? Continuous function. In general, in mathematical point of view, suppose y is equal to f of x is given, then what is the formula? Y bar, that is equal to y average, that is equal to what, children? Y average, that is equal to integral y dx divided by integral dx. So this is the general formula for finding average value if the suppose the quantity or the function is varying with respect to is continuously with respect to the variable. Okay. So for example, here our voltage and currents mainly depends on the time value. So therefore, so this is the mathematical expression, general expression. Yes. So here in our AC lesson, two things we are going to define, and that is called half cycle average, that is time average, because here our quantities are depends only the time value. So therefore they are called time average. They are called what, children? Time average. Therefore here time average. So there are two type of time average we are going to calculate. In general, for any time interval we can calculate either between 0 to t by 4 or between 0 to t by 2 or between 0 to t, that is our wish. But the main focusing area is what, children? One is called half cycle average. Half cycle what, children? Average. Half cycle average. And another one is full cycle average. Full cycle average. Generally the things are measured with respect to time variation, that is called, they are called a time average, which are denoted by the symbol like this. Sorry. Okay. So computer students may know that the bracket name. So this is generally called time average symbol. Okay. Now please see that half cycle average means what? The time is, this is the half of the cycle. So this one positive cycle is called what? This is called one half of the cycle. So this is half cycle. What is the time? 0 to t by 2 will be 0 to what, children? T by 2. Okay. So the integral limit. So for example, I am calculating for voltage value. So what is the half cycle value for average for voltage or current, something like that. So if I am taken voltage equation, V is equal to V naught sin omega t. So for example, V is equal to V naught sin omega t as given. So in this case, how to write the voltage half cycle average equation means V bar. For our convenient, I can use 1 by 2, that is half cycle average. That is, I am taking such type of symbol. So that is equal to what, children? Integral. The time value is from 0 to t by 2, because half of the cycle, the time value is what, children? Half of the cycle is t by 2. Therefore 0 to t by 2. Similar to this, y is what? The function v, that is v into dt divided by integral 0 to t by 2 what, children? Dt. So this is the as a formula for what? Half cycle average. Suppose full cycle average, what is that, sir? Abdina? That the things are V bar, that is equal to the total time interval is 0 to t. The total time is what, children? 0 to t for one complete wave. So therefore 0 to t is V into dt divided by integral what, children? 0 to t is dt. So this is the what as a full cycle average. This is for as a normal function. Sometimes you may square the value that we are going to discuss as to be RMS values. In that case, what we have to do means just take the square root of that. But you please note down, this is the very basic things used in what is that called in AC lesson. Not only AC, any function with respect to varying with respect to time continuously means we can write like this: half cycle average, full cycle average. Okay, so for example, the half cycle average of the sine function, the half cycle average of the sine function, we can say that the is a 2 by pi. So I will do some example for the understanding of that. And full cycle average of sine omega t or cos omega t, that values are equal to what, children? Is 0. That values are equal to what, children? 0. But I will do one example sum for the better understanding of the concept. Yes, please kindly note down the theory, students.